Welcome back to BMB Spoilers channel. Today we will learn about the intense drama that unfolded last week on The Bold and the Beautiful. The emotional roller coaster that captivated viewers has left many of us speechless, with unexpected twists and shocking confrontations that will surely impact storylines for weeks to come. Hope Logan's world came crashing down in spectacular fashion during the midweek episodes. What began as a seemingly ordinary Wednesday transformed into a day of reckoning for the once-beloved designer. The Forrester family, having regained control of their prestigious company, wasted no time administering consequences to those who participated in the corporate takeover attempt. While some players in this business drama received surprising clemency, Carter Walton and Brooke Logan were offered opportunities to maintain their positions despite their involvement. Hope found herself bearing the full brunt of the Forresters' displeasure. Steffy Forrester, now firmly back in power, made the decisive and crushing move to completely shelve Hope's signature clothing line. Hope for the future ironically found itself without any future prospects at Forrester Creations, a devastating professional blow that sent shockwaves through the fashion world. The suspension appears to be indefinite, with no clear path for reinstatement visible on the horizon. Hope's reaction transcended mere disappointment. She was absolutely livid, her face contorted with a rage rarely seen from this character. The boardroom scene featured some of the most intense dialogue exchanges of the season, with Hope desperately defending her actions while the Forrester family remained unmoved by her explanations. The infamous grandma kiss between Sheila Carter and Luna created one of the week's most buzzworthy moments during Tuesday's episode. Viewers were left simultaneously fascinated and uncomfortable when Sheila, in an unexpected display of affection, grabbed Luna and planted a kiss directly on her lips. This wasn't the typical grandmother-granddaughter interaction most would expect, it was distinctly Sheila's style, crossing boundaries in ways only she could. The scene perfectly encapsulated Sheila's complex emotional state. After decades of rejection from virtually every family member she's ever claimed, Luna represents something precious and unprecedented: acceptance. For perhaps the first time, Sheila has found someone from her bloodline who not only acknowledges their connection but actively embraces it. This validation clearly overwhelmed the notorious villainess, prompting this unusual display of physical affection. While family kisses on the lips aren't unheard of in some cultures and families, the moment stood out as particularly charged given Sheila's history and reputation. The writers brilliantly used this physical interaction to symbolize Sheila's desperate hunger for family connection and her boundary-crossing tendencies. The explosive confrontation between Poppy Nozzawa and her daughter Luna dominated Monday's episode, delivering some of the most riveting mother-daughter drama in recent soap history. The episode opened with Luna finally finding her voice and confronting her mother about years of deception. In a blistering monologue that had viewers reaching for their remotes to rewind and rewatch, Luna methodically listed Poppy's maternal failures, the revolving door of questionable men, suspected substance abuse issues, and the web of lies surrounding Luna's paternity. For several tense minutes, it appeared Poppy would be permanently cast as the villain in this family dynamic. The writers masterfully led viewers to sympathize with Luna as she detailed a childhood marked by instability and secrets. However, in classic soap opera fashion, the narrative took a shocking turn when Poppy flipped the script entirely. With evidence and accusations of her own, Poppy revealed the true extent of Luna's misdeeds, not mere teenage rebellion or white lies, but serious allegations of deception and even murder. The climactic moment came when Poppy, her voice trembling with a mixture of heartbreak and resolve, formally disowned her daughter. This wasn't a heat-of-the-moment declaration but a definitive severing of their relationship. The scene concluded with Poppy's devastating final words, making it clear that in her eyes, she no longer had a daughter. The performances delivered by both actresses in this confrontation deserve special recognition. as they navigated the complex emotional territory with remarkable authenticity. The week spanning March 17th to 21st on The Bold and the Beautiful demonstrated why this long-running soap continues to captivate audiences after decades on air. The writers expertly balanced multiple storylines, each with significant emotional stakes and consequences that will reverberate through future episodes. From corporate power struggles to family betrayals, the week delivered consistent dramatic tension while advancing character development in meaningful ways. The Forrester family's reclamation of their company represents a return to the show's foundational dynamics, with the fashion house once again under the control of its namesake family. Meanwhile, the evolving relationship between Sheila and Luna introduces intriguing possibilities for both characters' futures. Will Luna become Sheila's protégé in villainy, or might Luna's influence potentially soften some of Sheila's harder edges? Similarly, the complete fracture between Poppy and Luna opens numerous storytelling avenues, particularly regarding the secrets that clearly remain buried between them. As viewers process these developments and anticipate next week's episodes, one thing remains clear: The Bold and the Beautiful continues to excel at delivering the perfect blend of emotional confrontations, shocking revelations, and complex character dynamics that have made it a daytime television staple. The performances throughout this week demonstrated the cast's remarkable ability to breathe authentic life into even the most melodramatic scenarios, grounding fantastical soap opera twists in recognizable human emotion. Next, we will learn about the issue of Poppy Nozzawa's potential demise and the complex web of relationships that might lead to her downfall. The Bold and the Beautiful has been building tension around this character, and there are several fascinating angles to explore regarding who might wish her harm. Lee's unresolved fury. Lee Finnegan harbors deep-seated resentment toward Poppy Nozzawa that continues to simmer beneath the surface. Their contentious relationship reached a boiling point during that shocking confrontation in Lee's office, where she physically assaulted Poppy by choking her. This violent outburst demonstrates Lee's capacity for losing control when provoked. The root of Lee's anger stems from her belief that Poppy seduced Finn in his younger years, an accusation that strikes at the heart of Lee's protective maternal instincts. This perceived betrayal has festered for years, creating a dangerous undercurrent of hostility that could erupt again with deadly consequences. If the writers decide to introduce a murder mystery storyline, perhaps during the upcoming summer season, Lee would certainly rank high on the list of potential culprits. Her medical background combined with her emotional volatility creates the perfect storm for a crime of passion that could leave Poppy's life hanging in the balance. Sheila's calculated vengeance. While Sheila Sharp may appear redeemed for the moment, longtime viewers know that her capacity for violence and revenge runs deep. Her newfound relationship with Luna as grandmother and granddaughter might seem heartwarming on the surface, but it could be setting the stage for a more sinister plot against Poppy. Sheila has multiple motivations for wanting Poppy eliminated. First, there's the matter of how Poppy allegedly took advantage of Finn in his youth, something that would enrage Sheila as his biological mother. Second, Sheila has witnessed firsthand how Poppy has mistreated Luna, which could awaken her protective instincts toward her newly discovered granddaughter. We cannot forget Sheila's violent history, particularly the incident where she ran Lee Finnegan off the road and into the bay. This demonstrates her willingness to eliminate those who stand in her way or threaten her relationships. The escalating rivalry between Sheila and Poppy seems destined for a catastrophic conclusion, with Poppy potentially paying the ultimate price. Luna's darkening path. The most heartbreaking potential threat to Poppy comes from her own daughter, Luna Nozzawa. What makes this possibility particularly tragic is that Luna genuinely sought reconciliation with her mother, hoping for a fresh start in their relationship. Instead of embracing this opportunity, Poppy chose to sever ties completely. The rejection was brutal. Poppy physically shoved Luna away and disowned her, declaring that no one would accept her. This cruel dismissal may have awakened something dangerous in Luna, especially as she immediately proved her mother wrong by finding acceptance with Sheila. This new alliance could be particularly problematic, as Sheila hardly represents the most stable influence in Luna's life. Luna's character has shown glimpses of darkness that suggest she could be capable of extreme actions when pushed too far. Her ability to switch between good and bad like a flip of a switch indicates psychological instability that could be triggered by her mother's rejection. The question remains, will Luna ultimately decide to permanently remove Poppy from her life in the most literal sense? The perfect storm for a murder mystery. The Bold and the Beautiful appears to be methodically laying the groundwork for a compelling murder mystery centered around Poppy Nozzawa. Social media is already buzzing with theories about her potential demise, suggesting that viewers are picking up on the ominous foreshadowing in recent episodes. If Poppy's body is discovered, perhaps during Sweeps Week for maximum dramatic impact, the investigation would likely focus on these three primary suspects, each with compelling motives. Lee's medical knowledge could provide her with the means to commit the perfect crime. Sheila's extensive criminal history would naturally place her under immediate suspicion. And Luna, as the rejected daughter with emerging dark tendencies, would represent the emotional wild card in the investigation. Broader implications for BNB's canvas. Should Poppy indeed meet a tragic end, the ripple effects would transform multiple storylines across the show. For Finn, it would mean confronting complicated feelings about a woman who may have taken advantage of him in his youth. For Lee, it could mean facing consequences for her uncontrolled rage, potentially destroying her medical career and freedom. Sheila's redemption arc would be called into question, potentially sending her back to her villainous roots just when viewers were beginning to accept her transformation. And for Luna, losing her mother, especially if she were responsible, could send her spiraling into a psychological breakdown that might define her character for years to come. The writers have cleverly positioned Poppy at the center of multiple converging storylines, making her potential demise not just shocking but narratively rich with possibilities for future story development. Whether she survives the danger ahead or becomes the catalyst for a summer of suspense remains to be seen, but the groundwork has been meticulously laid for either outcome. As we continue to follow this evolving storyline, one thing is certain: Poppy Nozzawa finds herself surrounded by individuals with powerful motives to wish her harm, creating a perfect storm of danger that seems increasingly difficult to escape. Next, we will learn about an extraordinary television event that's poised to revolutionize daytime drama while celebrating the remarkable contributions of women both on and off screen. Get ready for an in-depth exploration of what promises to be a landmark episode in soap opera history. A groundbreaking episode on the horizon in an unprecedented move that has fans and industry insiders alike buzzing with anticipation. The Bold and the Beautiful is set to air a special all-women episode on Thursday, March 27, that breaks the traditional mold of daytime television. This isn't merely another installment in the long-running saga of the Forrester and Logan families. It represents a bold artistic statement and a celebration of female talent across every facet of production. The episode emerges as a shining beacon during Women's History Month, deliberately timed to coincide with this period of reflection on women's contributions throughout history. What makes this particular broadcast truly exceptional is its comprehensive approach to female representation, from the performers who bring the characters to life, to the creative minds shaping the narrative, to the technical experts ensuring flawless execution behind the scenes. Heather Tom. A triple-threat powerhouse at the epicenter of this revolutionary episode stands Heather Tom, whose illustrious career on CBS soap spans an incredible 35 years. Tom's journey in daytime television has been nothing short of extraordinary, earning her critical acclaim and a devoted following. However, This particular project elevates her involvement to unprecedented heights as she simultaneously embraces the roles of writer, director, and actor. The genesis of this ambitious undertaking can be traced to a conversation between Tom and Bradley Bell, the visionary head writer and executive producer of The Bold and the Beautiful. Recognizing Tom's multifaceted talents and her profound understanding of the show's characters, Bell approached her with a proposition that would allow her to showcase the full spectrum of her abilities in a single, cohesive episode. Tom's acceptance of this challenge speaks volumes about her dedication to her craft and her willingness to push boundaries. The filming, which took place in February, presented a unique set of logistical challenges as Tom navigated the complex terrain of directing scenes while simultaneously performing in them. This remarkable feat of multitasking demonstrates her exceptional versatility and commitment to excellence. A stellar ensemble of female characters. The episode places 6 of the show's most compelling female characters at the forefront of the narrative. Katie Logan, the youngest Logan sister, whose journey through heart transplant, motherhood, and romantic tribulations has made her one of the show's most resilient characters. Brooke Logan, the matriarch of the Logan family and a central figure in the show's history, whose complex relationships and personal growth have captivated audiences for decades. Hope Logan, representing the younger generation, Hope's struggles with identity, love, and family dynamics offer a contemporary perspective on the challenges facing modern women. Taylor Hayes, the sophisticated psychiatrist whose professional insights are often juxtaposed with her personal vulnerabilities, creating a character of remarkable depth and nuance. Steffi Forrester, the determined businesswoman and mother whose strength and ambition are balanced by her emotional complexity and fierce loyalty to family. Donna Logan, the middle Logan sister, whose warmth, humor, and unwavering support for her siblings provide an essential thread in the fabric of the show's familial relationships. This carefully selected ensemble represents different generations, perspectives, and life experiences, allowing for a rich tapestry of interactions and revelations throughout the episode. Women behind the camera, breaking barriers. The commitment to female representation extends far beyond the characters viewers see on screen. In a deliberate effort to honor the spirit of Women's History Month, the production team assembled for this episode features women in pivotal roles that are traditionally dominated by men in the television industry. The stage manager, assistant director, and editors for this special broadcast are all women, creating a collaborative environment that amplifies female voices at every level of production. This holistic approach to gender equity behind the scenes represents a significant step forward in an industry that continues to grapple with issues of representation and opportunity. By showcasing female talent in these technical and managerial positions, The Bold and the Beautiful is not only creating a more inclusive workplace but also inspiring the next generation of women to pursue careers in television production. The ripple effects of this initiative could potentially extend far beyond a single episode, influencing hiring practices and creative decisions throughout the industry. The emotional core, exploring mother-daughter bonds. While the production aspects of this episode are undeniably groundbreaking, the narrative heart of the story lies in its exploration of mother-daughter relationships. These fundamental familial bonds, with all their complexity, tenderness, and occasional tension, provide fertile ground for emotional storytelling and character development. For Heather Tom, this thematic focus carries profound personal significance. Having lost her own mother in 2024, Tom approached the writing process with a desire to honor maternal influence and explore the lasting impact mothers have on their daughters' lives. As she poignantly expressed in an interview with Deadline, "I wanted to kind of pay homage to her because I certainly wouldn't be here without her literally and figuratively." This personal connection infuses the script with authentic emotion, particularly in scenes featuring Katie and Donna, who share the experience of having lost their mother. Through their conversations and reflections, Tom incorporates elements of her own grief and gratitude, creating moments of genuine poignancy that will likely resonate with viewers who have experienced similar loss. Balancing artistic vision with narrative continuity. One of the most intriguing aspects of this special episode is the careful consideration given to its place within the broader narrative landscape of the show. While the temptation to create a completely standalone piece must have been strong, Tom and Belle ultimately decided to craft an episode that honors ongoing storylines while still maintaining its unique focus and tone. This delicate balancing act ensures that the episode will feel cohesive with the surrounding broadcasts during the week of March 24th to 28th, rather than existing as an isolated artistic experiment. The characters' discussions will naturally incorporate current plot elements, maintaining narrative momentum while still allowing for the deeper character exploration that forms the episode's raison d'être. This approach demonstrates a profound respect for the show's loyal audience, who invest in the continuing stories of these characters. Rather than disrupting the viewing experience, the special episode enhances it by offering new insights into familiar dynamics and relationships. The creative process, from concept to execution. The journey from initial concept to finished product involved numerous creative decisions and practical considerations. After receiving Belle's invitation to spearhead this unique project, Tom embarked on a writing process informed by her intimate knowledge of the characters and her personal experiences with mother-daughter relationships. The script development phase likely involved collaboration with the show's writing team to ensure consistency with established character voices and ongoing narratives.